What's up, YouTube? We're going to stream live on TikTok and YouTube right now. When I talk about link in bio on TikTok, for you on YouTube, the link will be in the description. But we're going to look at some charts today, talk about the overall market, another stablecoin depegged today. Will it completely depeg? Will it get its peg back? We'll discuss my thoughts and stuff like that and take a look at it. But of course, I don't know. Nobody really knows. Interesting. What's up, everybody? Streaming live on TikTok and YouTube. We're going to look at some charts today. We're going to talk about another stablecoin depegging, talk about the overall state of the market and the macroeconomic factors. What's up, Tag Vans? I'm doing good. How are you, buddy? You know the drill. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we will get rolling. But right now, streaming live on TikTok and YouTube, Daily Crypto Bull across all the socials. I'm going to give myself a sip of coffee while you guys pump us up to 100 likes. We'll get rolling as soon as we hit 100 likes. Glad to hear it, Tag Vans. Yeah. We're going to look at some charts. As soon as we get to 100 likes, we will get rolling. I see the likes flying in. We're not quite there yet. Well, there we go. You guys are awesome. We've crossed 100 likes. Let's start off the same place we start every stream. This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. This is 13 years of Bitcoin, right? Green wave, green, red, green, red, green, red. But you can see it's up and to the right, right? Now, if you notice, what are these blue lines? These blue lines are Bitcoin halving events. If you don't know what the halving is, it's when the amount of Bitcoin that is mined per day gets cut in half, and it happens once about every 4 years. Creates an overnight supply shock. And as you can see, what happens to price after these halving events? It shoots up. Right, here's the next one about March 2024. But as you see in this zone here, we go into a bear market, and we are in that zone. We are on our way down, and I think we are going to go lower, in my opinion. When traditionally is the best time to buy in these bear markets, because it's a pretty predictable cycle. You don't know how high or how low it's going to go, but you do know that these halving events create that overnight supply shock and kicks up the price of Bitcoin. And you couple that together with the adoption of crypto and clearly where Web3 is going. It just looks so good to me. I know it can be painful in these times. Believe me. I mean, I've lost some money in some projects too that I should have got out of earlier. But I do know that when we go into a bear market, it's the best time to accumulate, not financial wise, in my opinion. What we're looking at, this is a lifetime chart of Bitcoin. So let's zoom in a bit. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing today. Here's Bitcoin today. These are a bunch of Fibonacci lines. You see, I go kind of crazy because I really like to chart and figure out where price is going to go. 166 people on here. Let's see if you guys can shoot us. I bet you guys can shoot us over 1,000 likes in like 10 seconds. Let's see if you guys can pump it to 1,000 likes. Backdoor Santa. It was all me. You're welcome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Okay, so we're looking at Bitcoin. We got these Fibonacci lines drawn here, right? I have several different Fibonacci boxes going on. Right here is a bigger overall golden pocket. If we zoom out to say like the weekly, you'll see that this is this humongous Fibonacci retracement box that we're looking at. And here's the greater trend line that definitely got broken big time. And now we're hanging out down around in this zone right here. So this is the big Fibonacci box, right? So these are the first numbers I look at. And then we're going to look at these smaller ones. So let's zoom in a bit. Let's go to like the 4 hour. See, so that's where we are right here. And we're just sitting here in this zone. So I think we're kind of chopping sideways. But if you look a little closer, I'm going to zoom out to about the 2 hour. I'm going to show you something kind of interesting that I've been noticing. Let me show you this. So to me, it looks like we're drawing something of what looks like a bear flag. Let me show you what that looks like. This is a pretty important, well, I don't like that one. Let me delete that one. Let me draw it one more time. Go from about right here. There we go. I like that. So this to me is probably about, this is a very short-term range, but we're seeing a bit of a bear flag forming. What is a bear flag? A bear flag is when price drops pretty dramatically. It doesn't even have to drop as dramatically as this, but it drops and then it finds a bottom, and then it goes up, and then down, up, down in an ascending pattern, right? Because you see we're making higher highs and higher lows. But when you're coming down from a significant drop like this is actually called a bear flag. And more often than not, you will end up having a break down. So who knows how long it'll trade in this range. Like you can see another higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But eventually it breaks down. And that's actually what happened in the greater scheme of what was going on back here, right? We were trading in this, see these lines here, we were trading in this bear flag with this big drop, and then we have this blue line making this big drop and this bear flag, same thing, higher high, low, higher high, higher low, and then it broke down. And now this is a very short-term time frame that I'm looking at to call that type of thing, but that I have to go off what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing so far. And as we zoom in here, that's just what it looks like to me. And so far, it's working. Right now, we're finding stability down here. Next time, I wouldn't doubt if we hit about right here, about 32,000 on Bitcoin eventually. But then that's a stronger resistance zone because we have this Fibonacci line drawn right here. That's what I got. Phonics says, who's pumping Luna? I want nothing to do with Luna, me personally. That's for dang sure. We're streaming live on TikTok and YouTube, by the way. Let me check YouTube real quick, see if there's any comments. Bobby, what's up, buddy? I see you over here on YouTube, tuning in from Tanzania. You're going to be talking about Bitcoin? Absolutely. We're talking about Bitcoin right meow. And to me, I'm still bearish. It's clear that we're in a bear market. Does anybody disagree with me on that? I've been saying we've been in a bear market for a while now, and it's just becoming more and more evident because if you look at the greater economic landscape, we're going to look at some more coins in a second. I just want to look at you. We're going to look at, if you look at the macroeconomic landscape, stocks are going down. Interest rates are going up. On June 1st, here's going to be a big thing. Hear this. On June 1st, the Fed is going to start selling bonds, right? Because if you're unfamiliar, the way that the Fed prints money, they can't just print it. They have to buy things in order to print money to pay for, okay? They are the currency issuer, but it's a big deal because when they were pumping out all that money into the economy in the world over the last couple of years, it's because they were buying things. They weren't just sending money out. They were buying mostly bonds, treasury bonds from the government, and also mortgage-backed assets. So these are securities. But now what they're going to do is they're going to do the opposite. They're going to sell securities and suck money out of the economy and out of the world into their own bank, which is the Federal Reserve. So they're limiting the supply. By raising interest rates, they lower the demand and conversely limit the supply of new money coming into the system. Now they're going to actually suck money out of the economy. So supply demand, right? The lower the supply, the higher the price goes, as long as there's relative demand. It's the US dollar, so there's a decent amount of demand. And when that happens, since the dollar is the denominator of value for assets, let me say that again. The dollar is the denominator of value for assets, such as stocks. Like how much is a stock worth? Well, it's denominated in dollars. How much is crypto worth? It's denominated in dollars. So if there's less dollars out in the world, lower supply, that means the value of the dollar actually goes up. And you've been noticing that in something like the Dixie, the DXY. I'm sure you've been hearing about that. So that means the buying power of the dollar goes up, meaning inversely, the value of assets, since it's denominated in the dollar, goes down. You can't have the value of the dollar go up and everything it buys go up in value because that doesn't work like that. The dollar, to have more buying power, needs the things it buys to go down. The assets that store the value of it have to go down, such as stocks. And crypto are some of the first things to bleed because they're very liquid. And I don't see an end in sight. I don't know when it's going to be, but the Fed's got to be aggressive about sucking money out of the economy and strengthening the value of their asset because their real asset is the dollar. Let's go back to the charts. I hope that makes sense. This is what I want everyone to really understand. It's so valuable. You'll be a millionaire medic. Thanks for all the follows coming in, by the way. Oh, you're talking to somebody. My target is 17K. It's possible. I actually think my best guess, and could it get there, could it not get there? I don't know, of course. Thank you for all the follows coming in. And the Rose, thank you for the Rose Alley. Here's where I think, check this out. Let's zoom out a bit. I'm going to show you where I think the bottom of Bitcoin can be. Here's where I think, let's go to the weekly. Here's where I think the bottom of Bitcoin can be. Because here's what I think. I want you to look at this, right? This is the last high in the last crypto cycle, Bitcoin cycle. Bitcoin hit about 20,000. Okay, and now this time it hit about 70,000, right? So 70 divided by 20 is 3.5. So if the new high went up 3.5x, right, from 20 to 70, 3.5x. So it doesn't seem crazy to me. Let's look at the low last time. The low last time was about 31. We'll call it 3,100. Okay, 30. We'll call it 3,200. Okay. So if the top of this went up 3.5x, it wouldn't blow my mind to see the bottom go up 3.5x. So what is 3,200 times 3.5? Someone do that math real quick. I'd say it's probably somewhere around 11,500, right? So somewhere between like 11 and 13. The number that actually pops out to me is about 13,500. But this is why we're talking about where realistically you could see Bitcoin maybe come down to, because here's a strong support zone right here. This is about just under 14,000, and then we're sitting here at 12.5, and then you have this high volume zone right here sitting at about 10. So I think somewhere between 10 and 14,000 is where the bottom of Bitcoin could be. Will it hit it? Of course I don't know. But looking at it, it seems quite possible to me, because look at, here's this Fibonacci line right here sitting at 17,000. So when you said, I don't know who said it, but when you said, hey, I'm thinking about waiting for 17K, I think it's quite possible Bitcoin can hit 17K, because hear me on this. Everything I just talked about with the greater macroeconomic landscape, right? Crypto has never seen a bear market. Crypto has never seen a global macroeconomic bear market. Bitcoin was invented after the housing crash that happened in 2008. Bitcoin was invented in 2009, right? So that entire time we've been in an up market. So couple that together with, even in that bull market, in that bull overall macro market, stock market, etc., crypto still has its cycles, its bull and bear market cycles revolving around the Bitcoin halving. Now what happens when we still have the bull and bear market cycles, which of course we do, but now add in that the same time crypto's in its cycle, its bear market cycle, we're having a pretty big macroeconomic bear market. Do you think that's going to affect crypto prices? I do. I don't see how it can't. Plus, you go back to what I was talking about, where everything the Fed and the government is doing is to raise the value of the dollar, meaning that inversely, the value of assets needs to go down, right? So I think that we've hit the top of every market you can imagine, basically. Not necessarily oil, not necessarily commodities, because these are things that we actually need. And they're really based on supply, and they can actually be kind of outside of the money part of the economic landscape in terms of supply and demand. So I could see wheat has been going up, oil's been going up, soybeans have been going up, all that stuff. Couple that with a lot of things. What's the first thing? If you need money, most people, what's the first thing they're going to sell? Be objective about this. In my opinion, crypto is going to be one of the first things people sell. They'll sell crypto, most people, before they sell stocks. Why? Because crypto is less established. It's so therefore more speculative. So I think crypto's got a lot of bleeding left to do because of the greater macroeconomic landscape. My opinion, my thesis, not financial advice. So that's why I'm saying I could see Bitcoin going between somewhere to 10 and 14,000. Tell you what, Bitcoin gets to 19, I'm buying. I've already been buying in the 20,000s. I'm going to keep buying all the way down. Why? Because again, as we zoom out, look at the 13-year lifetime cycle of Bitcoin. Up and to the right, I see, and here's the halving. You just got to look out far enough, and everything that I buy, I basically look to this right here. I look to April 2025, because I think roughly April 2025 will be where the top of the next bull market is. So everything I'm buying right now, I'm thinking, what do I think the price is going to be in April 2025? And right now, the only things I'm buying are Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it for me. That's what I'm doing. Let's look at some comments. If I haven't gotten to your comment, which I haven't, most of them, it's because I spend a lot of time looking out here, and I really want to get my message out in terms of what I'm thinking for you guys, for myself, and just share my thoughts. So let's take a look at some comments real quick. Then we'll look at more charts like Ethereum and whatever else you guys want to look at. No Dogecoin. No, I don't. I don't have any Dogecoin. Litecoin. I think Litecoin is a dead project. That's literally what I mean. That may shock you a bit. Where do you think XRP can go up? I actually do. XRP is very, very high on my list. I'm just not buying it yet because we have the Ethereum merge coming up. And if you guys, by the way, if you haven't on YouTube, there's a channel for the Ethereum developers. And every other Friday, they just did this last Friday. So what was that? What's today? Whatever Friday was a couple days ago. The Ethereum core developers meet every other Friday. And they stream it live on YouTube. And what they talked about on Friday made me very bullish that we could see the merge happen in August or September. That is what I'm thinking, not just because I'm pulling it out of my butt, just because I know the way that their different stages are, because I've been following it for a while. And it really seems to me like it could happen in August or September. It actually seems to me at the moment, seems quite probable it'll happen by the end of the year. And if you're unfamiliar, put a 1 in the chat if you'd like me to talk about the merge a little bit more, because I can really get into some numbers about that, about what to expect. And I'm not talking about price targets, but I am talking about fundamentals and metrics that, like, say, look at when the Bitcoin halving happens. So this is the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined per day gets cut in half, 50%. Look what happens to the price. Shoots up, shoots up, shoots up. If you want me, I see a lot of ones coming in. Okay, so here's Bitcoin, right? Every one of these blue lines represents Bitcoin mining, daily mining, going down 50%. Right now we're mining 900 Bitcoin a day. Back here was 1,800, 3,600, 7,200. After this one, it'll be 450. So if this is what a 50% drop does for Bitcoin, what do you think a 90% drop for Ethereum? 90% drop for Ethereum is going to do. And it's a one-time event. So currently there's about 13,000 new Ethereum mined a day. When they do the merge, they're going to move from proof of work, which is a mining protocol, to proof of stake, which there's no more mining. It's just validators. It's going to go from 13,000 a day to about 1,300. Massive supply shock. And couple that together with EIP 1559. Don't even worry about it if you don't know what that is. Every transaction that happens on the Ethereum network burns a part of the transaction fee. So every day, there's 90% less Ethereum coming into new supply being created. And put that together with there is a lot of Ethereum getting burned every day. Bitcoin doesn't have Bitcoin getting burned, right? Look what happens when Bitcoin supply, new supply, daily supply, goes down 50%, 50, and Ethereum goes down 90. And Ethereum also has the burning mechanism. So that means, typically, every day there will be less Ethereum in total existence than the day before. Because there's 90% less Ethereum getting made a day into new supply, and a bunch of Ethereum is getting burned. So it blows my mind that every day there's going to be less Ethereum than there was the day before. Truly deflationary. I can't explain how bullish I am about that. Bobby says, big fan, by the way. I appreciate you, Bobby. You're awesome. For those of you who are streaming on YouTube also over here, oops, let me pull that back. If you like to follow on YouTube, I put out some pretty good stuff over there. Click the link in the TikTok bio. There might be a play button here too. There probably is. But if you click the link, it'll take you to this page. That's the that button right there will take you over to YouTube. And these are all my resources. Check them out. By the way, if you're in America and you don't have Voyager, I feel like you're really missing out because they pay 9% interest on USDC coin and interest on other cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is where most of my crypto is. It's in Voyager because I'm getting 4.5% on Bitcoin, 4% on Ethereum, 9% on USDC coin. So basically I'm getting 9% on my cash. Click that link and use my referral code. And if you don't want to use my referral code, fine. Use somebody else's, but use someone's referral code because when you use a referral code, you get $25 in free Bitcoin. Not sponsored, just telling you what I'm doing. All right, let's go to like Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum. Terrence says crypto is all garbage. It's going to zero. Terrence, I wonder, I mean, you're welcome to your opinion, but I wonder why you're in here if that's what you think. Let's go to Ethereum. 273 people in here. Could you guys send some likes through? I would really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get, we're at 2,300, 260 people in here. I bet we can get to like 5,000 likes in like less than a minute. Come on, we can do it. Pump, 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 pump. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum's trading in that same kind of channel, right? What I was talking about with this bear flag, what's a bear flag? This right here, think of it like an upside down flag. We have this significant drop, and then price starts to go back up by making higher highs and higher lows. It's trading in this flag pattern. Let me pull it up on YouTube or here real quick. Here's exactly what it is. Look at this. Bear flag, just like that. Price down, up, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, waboom. It's not that, hey, the third high it goes down. It's just showing that as an example. More often than not, it goes down. And again, that makes sense to me because I'm pretty bearish on Ethereum last night. I took a short on Ethereum last night at about 2,100, and I made some pretty good profit on the short as the price went down. If you want to learn how to do that, how I make money from crypto going down, click the link in the bio. Take my free masterclass, how I get Bitcoin and Ethereum when the price goes down. But looking at Ethereum, that's what I think too. I think overall, now long term, I'm very, 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 very bullish on Ethereum. But in the short term here, when we're in a bear market, especially with the greater macroeconomic landscape, I'm bearish, right? I think things are going to go lower, and everything I do is based on buying at good prices for the long term, and based on the date April 2025, because that's when I think the top of the next bull market will be. Let's see here. Dang, you guys are freaking amazing. We are at 7,500 likes, 7,600. I knew you guys could get there in less than a minute. That couldn't have even been a minute, and you went way over 5,000. Appreciate you. So that's what I think of Ethereum right now. And then we'll take a look at some other ones you guys want to look at. Let's go on here. We got a lot of follows coming in. I appreciate every one of you for following. Thank you. Dave Pullen, Bajak Fam, MJC, The Feminine. Hey, MH10, what's going on, buddy? Steven XZZ, The Real Cap, Les Cal. Thank you for all the follows. Dark Maiden, JXM, Wilden, Ja. Thank you. Let's look at, thank you for the rose, Ja. Thank you very much. What about Zill? I like Zill as a project, but right now, like Metaverse as a service, that's a very good proposition. Ja, thank you for more roses coming in. Dang, we're over 10,000 likes. You guys are pumping. You guys are like, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being in here. By the way, and I'm not just saying this to blow smoke, the fact that you're still here, you're going to make it. If you stay here, that's the only thing. I don't mean here on my channel. In crypto. If you stay in crypto when the times are dark and prices are really low and we're in a bear market, that's where the real wealth has been made and will continue to be made, in my opinion. Can't give financial advice. But the fact that you're here when we're clearly in this bear market and you're still paying attention, like I don't believe WAGMI, we all gonna make it. I think that's so silly. But if you're still here right now, good odds that you're going to make it, right? Because as long as you don't invest in the absolute ridiculous stuff, but even in a bull market, everything goes up, right? But if you're here in the bear market and you're buying at stupid low prices and you are able to think out further about where it's going instead of where it's at right now, then you're going to make it. What else we want to look at here? Crypto Ball says, yeah, these are scary times. I don't think it's scary. It doesn't scare me. Look at the lifetime chart of Bitcoin. This might be your first time through, so it's scary. But look at this. This is the lifetime chart. We always go into these deep bear markets. Look at this one. This was $30, went down to $2. Up here, went to about 1,200, went down to 150. Here, went to 20 grand, went down to almost 3,000. Now we went up to 70 grand. We'll probably go down, in my opinion, into the teens. We will go into the teens, in my opinion. But it always creates the best opportunity. The thing is when this happens, most people leave, and then they don't even pay attention to crypto again until it gets all the way up here, and they're like, oh my God, I got to get in, it's going to get higher. And then they lose out. Then it goes down. And then they sell again down here, and it's a vicious cycle. But if you look at the lifetime chart, you know what's going down. We are at 15,000 likes, and they're still coming in. You guys are phenomenal. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Some say Bitcoin will go to 15K. I agree. I think Bitcoin has a very real chance at going to 15K, even less. Because again, when you look at the greater macroeconomic landscape, it's nasty. And crypto is one of the first things people are going to sell. Right? Are people going to sell Bitcoin or Apple? I mean, I'd rather sell Apple, but I'm in the minority. And if you agree with me, you're in the minority. MH says 85% crypto won't be around. He means 85% of crypto won't be around. I agree. There will be a lot of flushing out of the system. I mean, look at what happened to Luna. If Luna can go, what can't go? Could you please check Gala? Let's take a look at Gala. I love Gala. Gala is actually one that's very high on my list because if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know if there's one thing I am the most bullish on, it is blockchain gaming. As a matter of fact, I just redeemed my big time early access pass, so I'll be able to start playing this tomorrow. And I am so damn excited. This is a AAA. This is the first AAA blockchain game, and it looks fantastic. The CEO of Big Time is a co-founder of Decentraland. This just has everything going for it. Everything. I have some space, which is their version of land. I have Exalted Space, actually, not the large. I have the small one, which is certainly down from where I bought it at, but I don't care because long term I'm just so bullish on it. But yeah, so let's go back to Gala. Gala, I am very, very bullish on. They have a game that will be coming out eventually called Mirandus, which I am extremely bullish on. There are so many comments coming in. I apologize that I'm not getting to your comments. I'm trying to give you, I can only do so much at once. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking out here in the charts or trying to get across a certain message, but I will get to these comments. If you want, keep asking questions and I will eventually get to the comments. But here we are with Gala. Gala went all the way down to, goodness golly, about under 5, went to about 5 cents, jumped up to 10, almost 11 cents. Goodness golly, that's right. I said that. That is what this guy said. This is interesting. This is actually in a bit of a... Yeah, this is interesting. This is a different pattern because we're making lower highs and higher lows. So this is getting into a bit of what's called a wedge. Let's draw a trend line on that real quick. A couple trend lines. Let's go from like here. Let's pull it all the way out here. Let's draw one more. Let's go from like... how about here? Nope, I don't like that one. Delete. Let's draw one more. Try to see where we think this thing's going to hit its head. Okay, I like that. So see that? How it's trading in this wedge? So what we'll be waiting for is, will it break this wedge? If it breaks above this line, I would see that as pretty good. If it breaks below here, well, then, you know, that's it's going down some more. And again, with the greater crypto market and the greater macro landscape, I think that it's just such a strong case for being bearish overall in the short term, short to mid term. That's what I think. MH says ISO 20022 in November. That could be. That is something that I should probably do a whole YouTube video on. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube, by the way. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, there should just be a play button around here somewhere. Since I'm on my desktop at my Mac, it's not showing it. Or you can click this link right here. This link, it'll take you to my resources page. That button right there will bring you over to YouTube. But check out some of these other resources too. Again, if you're in America, definitely get a Voyager account, in my opinion. Get interest on your crypto without having to lock it up or stake it. 9% on my USDC coin, 4.5% on my Bitcoin, 4% on my Ethereum, and they pay me my interest payments on the first of every month. So the first of every month, I just get free crypto dropped in my account. Like it's crazy, but it's only available in America currently. We'll be rolling out to Europe later. But Gala is just something I'm very long-term bullish on because I'm so bullish on crypto gaming, blockchain gaming in general. Not necessarily the play to earns. Let me look at you when I say this. Just because it's a play to earn game, I'm actually not very bullish on play to earn games, but I am very bullish on play and earn games. Play and earn. So a very fun game that you would play regardless of any of that other stuff. It's just that now a very fun, very good, high quality game now changes its model to incorporate blockchain and NFTs so that you can actually own your in-game assets. And you can own land within it that is really usable in this actually really fun game that you would be playing regardless of this other stuff. This adds to, right? Just because you can earn doesn't make things better, right? Crappy games get some short-term level of involvement and activity because of the earn thing, but it's shown over and over it fails. quickly, right? Axie is still around, and Axie is trying to evolve, but I don't feel like Axie is a very fun game, but it might be around for a long time. I don't know. But most won't. But Play Andor, like Big Time, like I was talking about, that is a game that's modeled after Diablo 2, World of Warcraft. Whether you're a gamer or not, you might know these titles. I'm not a gamer, but I don't know how World of Warcraft, like that's one of the most successful games of all time. And it's modeled after that, and the early access is going on right now. It looks phenomenal. And I've been following it for a very long time. And it finally launched about a month ago for early access. And they're doing that in stages, and then it'll roll out to the public. But you can own, your skins in the game, right? And you can own your space, which is their land, and it's actually usable. You can use your space. It's your own pocket universe, they call it. And you can manufacture, forge NFTs. And depending on the type of space you have, the rarity of your space, you can make higher rarity levels of NFTs. And in their marketplace, you want to see their marketplace? I'm going to show you the marketplace real quick. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of this. I'm just bringing you what I really think and what I really like. Let's go to their open market real quick. Come on, load on up. So here's this type of stuff. Let's take a look at space real quick. So here's their different rarity levels. Here's epic. Exalted is the most rare. I have an exalted small space. How much is that going for? Oh, that's really went up. That was down to $1,000. I bought it for about 2,800. So I'm down, but I don't care. So I think these are steal of a deal. I can manufacture exalted NFTs and sell them in the marketplace. Let's check out some of the items. Let's go to weapons. How about that? Like weapons, these are all skins. They're just cosmetic. They don't give you any extra strength in the game or anything. They're just rare things. And people pay for skins. They really like these. Like look at this one over here. Going for almost $4,400. It's a legendary one. I'm going to be able to make exalted NFTs. Exalted is 2 levels of rarity above legendary. Now with that being said, I don't think these prices hold. I think they come down a lot, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to be able to make some good money on this stuff. And in addition to actually playing a game I really like, because the reason I don't play games is because it's a waste of time to me. Like it doesn't make me any money, and I can't. It doesn't meet my goals. But I want to play games. I just can't find any good reason to do it. Now I can justify playing games because I can actually earn in them and have fun playing them. Play. It adds another element because you only play games to meet objectives, to meet goals, to accomplish things in the game. But in the real world, they mean nothing. Now they can actually mean something in the real world. And sure, there will be a lot of gamers are against the NFT idea. I don't think they get it. I was talking with my cousin the other day. He's 21, lives at home with his parents. He's still a kid. He doesn't have that much experience yet, but he does have a lot with gaming. So I wanted to get his thoughts, and he didn't like the NFT things. He thought it was all a big scam. And I'd ask, but after a while, I'd ask him certain questions. I was really trying to take him for real, and ask certain questions, and he wouldn't answer my questions. He was already convinced that these were all scams and they would never work. He wouldn't answer my questions, and so I'm like, you're so biased. You're not as valuable to me as I thought you would be. I was really hoping to get your perspectives objectively on this, but you're only giving me your subjective, already decided ideas, but you're not really explaining them to me either. And I think that he's probably pretty typical in that against community, but it doesn't make sense. They spend a bunch of money on skins that they can't resell, except for in like CSOG, but that's still different. Interesting stuff. Let's go back to some charts. Or actually, let's take a look at some comments down here. MH, Daily, I can answer your question. I'm good with Gaming World. MH, we have talked about this. You were talking about CSOG also and telling me how some of the skins sell for like $2,000. And of course, they're just cosmetic, just like the ones in Big Time are. And you can resell them in CSOG. So I thought that was really interesting because my cousin did bring up CSOG, but he didn't tell me that some sold for a lot. He told me that they sell for pennies, and that's the only thing he was focused on. So that made you actually brought to light even more bias he had when I was talking with him. Nobody wants NFTs. A few people who want to get rich quick scheme are the only people willing to invest. Boda, in my opinion, when I say NFT is not like the profile pictures you look at. That's just one version of something using NFT technology. Because what NFT technology really allows you to do is to actually own digital things and be able to transact with them and verify them, have them as actual assets. I really encourage you to spend time looking into NFT technology, not the profile pictures that you see, because that's not what it is. I mean, that's like saying crypto and Bitcoin are the exact same thing. Like Bitcoin is one version of crypto, but there's a bunch of other cryptos, a bunch of other uses. There's so many other uses to NFT technology. Just like Bitcoin and blockchain are not the exact same thing, not even close. Bitcoin is one expression of blockchain technology. Ethereum is one expression of blockchain technology. These profile pictures that most people think those are what NFTs are. No, 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 no. Those are the first expression of NFT technology. Algo getting associated with Qatar World Cup. That's very interesting. Solana chart. Sure, let's take a look at Solana. Because I still like Solana, but goodness gracious, it goes out so much. It's really starting to bother me. So it's doing that same thing. We're having this bit of bear flag going on. Let's draw it quick. We'll go from like here. Let's look at it. I think I drew that line poorly. Let's draw that again because it looks like a flag to me. It's just, well, maybe it's more of a pennant. Let me find my trend line here. Screw it. I'm just gonna, I suppose down here is probably actually, good, just great. How many times can I draw the wrong line? I'm just gonna go from right here. Actually, I'm gonna go from right here. There we go. No, all right. Well, maybe it looks like more like a pennant to me, which is also, this would be a bearish pennant if that's what's going on. Very interesting. Yeah, maybe that's more of a pennant than a flag. Either way, both typically break bearish. We make higher highs and higher lows. It's kind of variant on how high and low the highs and lows go. Thank you for all the follows coming in. What are your top 5 crypto to accumulate during the dip? For me, not financial advice, of course, just my opinions. Ethereum's by far number 1, then Bitcoin, then probably XRP, and actually I might say Gala, and what else? Maybe Chainlink, yeah, something like that. What do you think about Rick Ross and Rich the Kid talking shit about crypto? I don't think they know what they're talking about. Rick Ross, I mean, you want to talk about rap? Sure, you got a lot of experience and expertise there, but here, I mean, your opinions are not something I take very seriously. Gala, we already looked at. Gala is something I'm definitely buying long term, but I'm not buying yet. I'm not buying that stuff yet. The only thing I'm buying right now is Ethereum and Bitcoin, and mostly Ethereum. Engine, I like Engine long term, but in these bear markets, man, you never know. You never know what's going to get shook out. By the way, if you click the link in my TikTok bio, go join our Discord. Right, that link will take you over here to my resources page. Go join our Discord. I'm in there a lot. And so are a lot of other good people. Go check out our Discord. And check out the YouTube channel too. And by the way, if you don't have a Bitcoin rewards card, I really recommend you get one. I really suggest you look into getting one anyways. This is the one I use. I'm not sponsored. This is literally the one I use because it has the highest Bitcoin rewards of any Bitcoin reward card. See, here's mine right here, right? And it's not a credit card. It's just a debit card, so anybody can get it, right? You don't have to apply. It's just a card you put money on, and I usually get about 2.5% back in Bitcoin rewards. But you can buy gift cards because it's an app that you get too. You can buy gift cards through the app, and when I buy an Amazon gift card, I get back about 7%. So when I buy a $100 Amazon gift card, I get back about $7 in Bitcoin. Like, that's insane, especially at these prices. Whew, that $7 is probably going to be worth like $25 by April 2025. Like, and it's just going to keep going up over time. So it's a very easy way to accumulate crypto. I buy everything with that card: groceries, gas, phone bill, rent, insurance, everything. So if you don't like that one, fine. That's the one I use. That's the one that I found has the best rewards. You do whatever you want, but this button right here will bring you over to it. I get nothing from this. But I put this on here to give you an easy link, and you get 5,000 free Satoshis when you use this link. Let's look at some other questions here. Sir Algo, I saw that. ZIL chart. When do I think bull market will start? I think bull market, if we look at the chart back here, I think bull market will start somewhere around the end of 2023. I think somewhere like October 2023 is probably a good bet, in my opinion, of when the bull market will start, because the halving is in about March 2024, so about 6 months before the halving, in my opinion. Let's go to ZIL. A lot of people are asking about ZIL. I do think they have a good idea, but I just think metaverse is so far away. I'm not buying anything like that right now. This looks like a wedge to me. Let's draw a line on it. All right, so we go through here. We go through about here. So when we're getting to that zone, right? See how it's kind of winding in. My guess is it breaks down. This is again a bear pennant, is what it looks like to me, and those usually break down about. They always say about 68% of the time. So it's more probable than not it's going to go down, in my opinion. Not to mention we're in a greater bear market, so that would make sense to me. How do you get that BYC chart? This whole chart is this is a trading view is what I'm on, and this indicator down here is Lever Atlas. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, it will take you to my resources page. Scroll down a bit. This is trading view, and Lever Atlas is right here. Okay, so this whole thing is trading view, this whole platform, and then this indicator down here is Lever Atlas. Rising price plus no volume, usually a fake out. I would agree with you, Krypton. MH, I think bull market is coming near November when rappers get paid to talk shit about crypto. It's soon. You think it's coming November like this year, MH? 2022? I have a hard time seeing that. Because, I mean, look at the history. The history, like here we are. When's this one, right? Well, let's go with the most recent one. That was May 2020, right? That was the most recent one. Granted, we were in a weird time because of COVID. So let's go to this one. It started. So this halving was on July 2016. It started going up about October 2015, right? Hit a bottom back in probably about October 2015, and then it was up only from there. So what is that? That's a little over 6 months beforehand. So maybe we get started. Maybe we actually get started summer of 2023, so maybe in about a year or so. What coin is this? This is Bitcoin. This is the lifetime chart of Bitcoin, 13 years of Bitcoin. You're talking about history. This is new history. This year is regulation and clarity. Yeah, MH, but we're in this massively greater bear market and macroeconomic landscape that really, really affects it, right? And people aren't wanting to pile back into crypto. I just think if you think that the bull market's going to start at the end of 2022, that just seems too early for me when you look at the greater macroeconomic landscape. But with that being said, I think between now and then is a great time to buy. So regardless, we know which way it's going over time. We're just talking semantics at this point. Any idea about ApeCoin? Not a big idea about ApeCoin. Let's take a look at ApeCoin. Let's take a look-see at ApeCoin. ApeCoin seems like it hit that resistance level there, about $9.50. Came down here to about 7, a little over 7. Now it's kind of just trading in this kind of range here. ApeCoin long term, I think it's got a good shot, but again, everything's just bearish to me right now. Thank you for the follow, Yanni and James. Are you currently purchasing crypto, or are you waiting for them to bottom out before buying? Jesse, I've been buying because look at the lifetime chart here, right? We've had 70,000. Bitcoin's in the 20s and Ethereum's in the 2000s, high 1900s. So like to me, that's just a good time long term to buy and hold them till at least April 2025. So I think the top of the next bull market will be around April 2025. So everything I'm buying right now is I'm thinking out about 3 years, about where the price is going to be in 3 years. Did you say another stablecoin, Depegs? Yes, it did. Thank you for bringing that back up because I put that as the title on here. The stablecoin that Depegged, the algo coin, the algorithmic stablecoin. Let me go to DEI. Let's take a look. Let's go to CoinMarketCap quick. Oh, now it's at 65 cents. So DEI. This is an algorithmic stablecoin on the Phantom network, and it's made by Deus Finance. Get out of here. So it's interesting because we go all time on this, right? It's held pretty well at $1. It's had a few breaks here and there, but this time it really dropped all the way down to. It dropped down to, it looks like to me, this chart showed me that it dropped down to about 65 cents, but I swear I saw it go down to almost 50. Yeah, looks like it went to almost 50 cents. The interesting thing about DEI compared to UST, though, is that it is actually backed 80% by other stablecoins like USDC. So I think this one actually has a better shot at getting back to peg, but I don't know for sure. And we'll look at, and this is Deus Finance. Let's take a look at what Deus Finance has done. Deus, I'll show you. Let's look at their white paper real quick. So how does DAI keep peg? The way DAI keeps peg is, they say it right here. Sorry, I got a call coming in. It's a fractional reserve. And what they do is they use 80% of another trusted stablecoin. It depends on the network, because you can use DAI on other networks, so it's mostly on Phantom, but it's backed by USDC on most of them, and then 20% is backed by Deus. So like UST was backed basically completely by Luna, 100% basically by Luna. Deus is backed about 20%. So I just see it. If it doesn't get back to peg, it doesn't get back to peg, but I have a hard time seeing it actually stay below 80%, since they're actually backing 80% of it by other stablecoins, mostly USDC. So that's what I think about DAI, but it certainly wasn't near as big as UST in terms of total value locked and stuff like that. Is it listed anywhere for futures? I do not know. Please check YouTube. Oh yeah, let's go to YouTube quick. Got some questions over here. Ali, is that you? Haven't been using it much, but I should. Check DGB. You have BlockFi Visa. BlockFi pays a flat 1.5%, right? Like I get back almost about 2.5% with the Fold card. I think I'm being conservative with that. And it's not a, I don't know if BlockFi is a credit card, right? The thing about Fold 2 is that it's a debit card. And so anybody can get it. You don't need a credit score or anything like that. And it's free to get. What about DGB, like Digibyte? Ooh, I'll look at it for you. But DGB is one that's not anywhere near on my list of things to buy kind of ever. But it's kind of doing that same pattern. You know, it's got a bit of a bear pennant going on, so it looks like it'll probably break down to me too. But yeah, I don't like Digibyte as a project. I really don't. Oh, whoops. Let me do that again. So this is what it kind of looks like here for the YouTube folks. It looks like a bear pennant forming to me, so it looks like it'll probably break down, but I really don't like Digibyte as a project. And then XDB. What is XDB? XDB. Digital Bits. Ooh. I don't love that project either. In the bear market, like, saw what happened to Luna, right? You saw what happened to Luna. Yeah, Ali says yes, it's a credit card. Again, I have a BlockFi card, I have a Coinbase card, I have the Gemini one. I've used them all, and to me, Fold is just by far the best one. But it's also the one that people don't talk about much for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's the only one I really talk about because I've used them all, and that one pays the best rewards. And it's kind of not close, in my opinion. Sure, Coinbase, you can get 4% back in XLM, but I don't want XLM. I can convert it, I know, blah, blah, blah. But then you pay fees. Anyways. Where's the Fold card? If you want the Fold card, click the link in the TikTok bio or the description on YouTube. It'll take you to this page. Just scroll down a bit, and this is the link for the Fold card right here. And while you're at it, join the Discord. I'm in there a bunch. You want to talk with me, chat with me, I'm in there a bunch, so are a lot of other people. Check out the YouTube channel too, for sure. And go ahead and join the Step and Activation Code giveaway. I do those periodically. Go ahead and join that. We just did one on Friday, so we should be doing one probably pretty soon. Like, we'll be doing one this week, although I have a little bit of travel in. By the way, tomorrow we will also be doing, we will have a guest on. Are you guys familiar with Ran from Crypto Banter? We're going to be doing a co-host with him here on TikTok with Ran tomorrow. So we'll have Ran on, but it'll be at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, because he's in South Africa. We're on different time zones, so it's pretty late for him over there, even at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, which is what time zone I'm in. So we'll be having Ran on tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. He'll be on for about half an hour. We'll be streaming that live on TikTok. Probably not YouTube, probably just TikTok. David Beckham recently joined crypto on XDB. Yeah. How big of an effect does David Beckham have on the long-term vision of crypto. I don't know. Might be significant, but it doesn't. I try not to get too crazy with that type of stuff. Where do you think ETH is going? I think it's going lower in the short to midterm, and then of course up big time in the long term. And I think the merge is going to happen. Has a good chance at happening in August or September. Certainly by the end of the year, has a high probability, in my opinion. Not just. I mean, it is my opinion, but it's based off of real information. Like every other Friday, they do a core crypto devs or Ethereum core Ethereum developer meeting every other Friday, and they stream it live on YouTube. Really encourage you to check that out. Every other Friday. They just did one this last Friday, so they'll be doing one again on whatever that is, the 27th of May. James says, I bought 20K in ETH Classic. I hope that works out for you. I really don't like Ethereum Classic. Do you know what Ethereum Classic is? It's the original Ethereum that Ethereum left. To me, it's kind of a dead chain. Sir Matic, please explain about this giant. I think Matic has a pretty good future because we still have scaling solutions for Ethereum, and Polygon, even though it's like not a complete L2, but it does have an L2 solution and it's its own thing. I just think Matic's got a pretty bright future, but I'm not buying anything but Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. That's me, because I think everything's going lower. But with Ethereum and Bitcoin, I don't risk it, and I like to. These are the only times I buy. I only buy in the bear market, really, and I only sell in the bull market. So I don't buy and sell that often. I'll play around in the bull market. I will play around and buy some other stuff for sure. But in the bear market, the only thing I'm buying is Bitcoin and Ethereum until I feel confident we've hit some kind of bottom. But even then, there's no rush, in my opinion, to go get other alts in the bear market. I think HBAR's got a pretty good chance at doing something. I mean, it's different than blockchain. It's hashgraph technology, which is different. Not that I'm an expert on hashgraph technology, but I understand they're doing something different that is more scalable, etc. So that's really interesting. Anthony, thanks for the follow. How to get the Bitcoin history chart on TradingView. What you do, let me shrink myself so YouTube can see it. You go to, you type in BTC, you just type it in, USD, right? And then you go down here and click this one that says Index, Bitcoin All-Time History Index. How to use Ledger Wallet. There are lots of good, and by the way, everybody should have a Ledger Wallet, because if not, you're putting yourself at such a ridiculous, unnecessary risk. But if you have a Ledger, you're safe. Like, you can't get robbed unless someone gets your seed phrase. And that's up to you. You're in complete control of that. It's not something you store online, your seed phrase. So how to use a Ledger, I would just go to YouTube and search how to use a Ledger. But essentially what you do, I'm not logged into my MetaMask right now, and I'm not going to log in on a live stream. But you just have, what's up, buddy? They have you create a Ledger wallet within your MetaMask. And so what's really interesting about that, for those of you that don't know, when you have a Ledger wallet with your MetaMask, no transactions can happen within your Ledger unless you literally physically okay it out here in your hands in the real world and push the buttons on your Ledger. That's why it's so secure. So no one can steal from your MetaMask. If you don't have a Ledger, then they can steal not only your coins but your NFTs also. Everything out of your wallet. Got to have a Ledger, man. It's just unbelievable. It's like driving in a NASCAR race without a seatbelt on. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it's actually much more safe. It actually adds more security than a seatbelt would. I'm just using that as an analogy. Exchanges have rights to your crypto. Yes, because it's in their custody. You don't use a Ledger with Coinbase or Voyager or something. So when you have your coins on their exchanges, in your wallets on their exchanges, the security is up to them. But if someone hacks your account, which they can do, someone steals your SIM card or something like that. So something really good to do there. Let me show you this. What's it called? What's it called? There's actually something you can use, not a Ledger. What's it called? I was just looking into it yesterday. Dang it, I'm sorry. It's on my phone. Let me just go off my phone real quick and look. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. And I'm going to get one of these. I'm shocked that I don't have one yet. YubiKey. This thing right here, YubiKey, this you can actually connect it to your like centralized exchanges, so no one can do anything with your crypto on your exchanges like Coinbase and Voyager, etc., unless you physically okay them with like this YubiKey. I should probably get a YubiKey link. I should probably get a YubiKey link in here in the resources page, because this is another thing. So like the Ledger is for like your MetaMask wallet, and the YubiKey would be for your coins that are on centralized exchanges like Coinbase. I hope that's helpful. Jamaica, you never answer my question. What's your question? You know, I'm answering other questions, and I'm out here looking at the chart and going back and forth, so I don't see every question. Please don't be offended by it. It's not intentional. It's not personal or anything. I see you use Nano X. Yes, I use a Ledger Nano X with my MetaMask for sure. Arculus isn't good though due to select coins offered. What's Arculus? You're welcome, Balta. What you think of VRA Veracity? See, you know that I like blockchain gaming, and Veracity is in that blockchain gaming space. I like Veracity. I'm not buying it right now because of the bear market and the greater macroeconomic landscape, but it is definitely on my list of things to pay attention to when I get back into the, all right, I think now's a good time to buy these altcoins. That is, gaming, blockchain gaming will be my primary focus when I decide it's time to get back into altcoins, which I don't foresee happening anytime very soon. But I like that. I like Gala. I like Veracity. I like Ultra. I like Engine. Probably Altura. Probably Vulcan Forged. And we'll see. Because real innovation happens in the bear market. That's when things happen. Because in the bull market, innovation doesn't really happen because you can just throw shit on the wall and people are going to run it up, right? In a bear market, you actually have to be good because people are skeptical of everything and don't want to buy. So you actually have to make good stuff. And those things typically do very well in the bull market. So right now, again, in the bear market, it's not just about accumulating Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. It's about watching the things that stick around, that don't go to zero. Luna went to zero. Luna went to zero, a top 10 coin. Do you really think all the other ones below it are safe? Most of them are going to end up going in the garbage by the time the next bull market starts. That's what's always happened. Are you in Wizardia? No. I have never heard of Wizardia. Sounds interesting. Jamaica, dude. You never answer my questions. Where's your question? You keep saying you never answer my question, but I don't see any questions from you. Throw your question in here. I'm looking at questions right now. Arculus is another cold wallet. Okay. Where can I educate myself about crypto to use, how to trade, etc.? There's a lot of places. YouTube is a fantastic place. I have some resources. If you click the link in my TikTok bio, I have a free masterclass right here all about trading, how I trade. You know, I label it how I get Bitcoin, Ethereum for free when the price goes down, which I do, and when the price goes up. So that's trading. So that's something that took me months to make this thing, and it's free, so you can watch that. But then YouTube is just a fantastic resource also. I agree with somewhere from zero. Wizardia is an upcoming game. Interesting. If you're serious about crypto, you can't let somebody else invest your money. I completely agree. Completely agree. For the most part, you have to be very selective. I do like a project called Reimagined Finance, Reimagine.fi, Refi. I have been with them since December, and they're fantastic. They're the only one that I would say I stand behind. YouTube, TikTok is biased. You'll lose money. Well, MH, there's lots of, what? Yes, when you have humans, they can be biased, but I'm not saying go there for opinions. You can go for opinions, but there's true education, like, hey, here's a tutorial video on how to use a ledger. Here's a tutorial video on how to set up a Bybit account. Here's a tutorial video. Here is how Bitcoin halvings happen. Like, there's lots of good information there that's not biased, it's just factual. Who could you repeat? Temp name, re-ask your question because I'm not sure what you're asking. Have you heard of Lobster? I have not. My thoughts is that might be some kind of ripoff of Grabata. I don't like ripoffs. Could you repeat who you advise? I was writing. Who I advise? You mean Reimagined Finance? That's one that I use. I can't give advice. I can't say go do this. But in my opinion, I use Reimagined Finance. Let me pull them up real quick. They're a coin that you buy, and what you do is they pay you reflections in ETH, and it's not like some scammy thing. I've been with them for almost half a year now. Here we go. Reimagined.fi, refi. Boy, it's a good price. But they pay you. They go invest. When you buy refi, there's a tax, right? So you pay a slippage fee when you buy and sell refi, and they take that money in addition to the money that comes into actually buying refi coin, and they go invest it in the DeFi market, and they're very, very, very transparent. You can follow them on YouTube. Their main DeFi guy is Huff House. Just in their Discord, they're just so transparent, and you always know what they're doing. That doesn't even do them enough credit. It really doesn't, in my opinion. But that's the only one that I've found that I really like, and they're very I like them so much, and I've made a lot of money with them. Like, they go invest in DeFi and all kinds of other stuff, and they're just so tapped in, and they've had a very good track record, in my opinion. You're welcome, temp name. Do you think bear market's staying for a few weeks? Oh yeah, I think we're in a bear market for months, maybe over a year, because of the greater economic landscape. Like, everything is in a bear market, other than like oil and wheat. But they're only so high because everything else is in a bear market. Hell, a recession damn near. MH, I appreciate the endorsement, buddy. Dude, as you were saying, I don't financial advice. I want to learn, but who teach good? Oh, you're saying that to MH. Okay. Temp, you just have to go around and learn, man. Follow me. I'm here. I usually do a live stream Monday through Friday. I will be live tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning, though. I usually do it at noon Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow will be 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, because we're going to have Rand from Crypto Banter on, and he's in South Africa. So this is where our time zones can kind of work together. So he'll be on for about half an hour. We'll do a co-host tomorrow, Daily Crypto Bull and Crypto Banter. I like them. I use them mostly for like news stuff. And I like BitBoy Crypto too for like news stuff. I like Benjamin Cowan. I like his takes on some things. I like Digital Asset News. And I just do a lot of research myself. I obviously like Daily Crypto Bull. Go follow me on YouTube. I'm Daily Crypto Bull across all the socials, by the way. Never research for price predictions. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. I mean, if you want to, go ahead and get different thoughts and ideas. But the truth is, nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm giving you my thoughts. They seem plausible in the greater landscape, and I think I'm a little more bearish than most are. So to me, like, I feel like being conservative is better. So by being more bearish, I feel like I'm more conservative. And when we go in a bull market, I have lower price predictions because, again, I want to be conservative. And to me, I think in the next bull market, Bitcoin will maybe get to 120, and Ethereum will maybe get to like 10, maybe more. There might be a flippening, right? Because the merge should happen by then, and because of the deflationary nature of what Ethereum will be after the merge, it's hard to not think it flips Bitcoin. What about bear market recession? I mean, I think economically, globally, I think we're in a recession. I mean, I don't think they say it yet. They won't claim it, but it's hard to not see that. But we're definitely in a very strong bear market globally, right? Look at stocks, look at all equities, look at crypto, look at inflation, look at basically everything other than oil and like Wheat. By wheat, I mean wheat, but I also mean like commodities, things people need. Because in a bear market, in a recession, people's money gets funneled towards things they actually need, right? So that's all to come, right? Interest rates just started going up. On June 1st, the Fed is going to start selling bonds, which means they will suck money out, suck dollars out of the economy by the many billions. I think they plan on, I think they're going to start at like, I don't remember the numbers, but 30 to 60 billion they'll suck out every month from the economy, and they're going to work their way up to almost like 100 billion. But all of that is subject to change based on what happens to the greater economy and stuff. But I mean, I think the housing market's going to go down. I'm in real estate too. The amount of buyers out in the market has dramatically dropped because interest rates went up so much. So now their buying power has dropped 30%, right? So if you were going to buy a $500,000 house, your monthly payment is what people are looking at, the monthly payment. So if it was like, I don't know, say it was $3,000 a month for a $500,000 house, well now, because of where the interest rates are, as opposed to just several months ago, we'll say the end of last year, your monthly payment instead of being $3,000 is more like $3,900. So wait, shoot, dang it. I can't, 3,000 was their max. They can't pay 39, so they can't buy a $500,000 house anymore. They got to go lower. So what you'll see first is overbidding go away, and that's been dramatically diminishing. And you'll see the higher priced houses see the impact first, and it'll work its way down because people that were looking to buy a $500,000 house are now looking at $400,000 houses. And pick your number, what they were looking at, now they're looking at lower numbers because of the monthly payment. And interest rates are going to go up higher. Another 0.5% in June, another 0.5% in July. So their buying power is going to be even more diminished. That's really what I'm looking for in the bear market, recession, whatever you want to call it. When I start seeing housing prices go down, which it's already happening, but since there's such pent-up over demand, the demand is waning, but the prices are still holding. There's just way less people. The overbidding is slowed down dramatically, so they're going for more like ask price, if that. And when I start seeing that come down, when I see the housing market go down like 10, 15%, then I think that's my time to really, really, really kick in the gas and buy everything I want to buy. My opinion. Temp name. Really appreciate you guys for answering my questions. You're welcome, buddy. XRP, I'm going to buy XRP, SOFA, and crypto, and Sofa King. You changed your name, you must have. But XRP is certainly high on my list. It's just I'm not buying it right now because I just think we're going lower. From everything I just keep laying out from a macroeconomic landscape, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not even looking at the crypto market right now. Like my decisions, my thoughts and decisions on the crypto market actually have nothing to do with crypto market prices, etc. right now. Because for the first time in crypto's history, macroeconomics are terrible. This is the first time they've been terrible because Bitcoin was founded in 2009, after/during the housing market, but it was brand new. Like, who cared? Crypto has only been going up because the entire rest of the world has only been going up for 13 years. Now we're going down in the rest of the world. So that's what I'm really looking at. So crypto is the first thing people sell and the last thing people buy. So I'm not even paying attention to prices right now, right? I'm just looking at the macroeconomic and seeing what's happening there. And real estate is the last thing people sell and the first thing people buy. So I'm really, really looking at real estate massively. You're expecting XRP around 12, 13 cents. I can see that. Will 2 says, I like you too, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for the follow too. Man, I can tell you do enough research. Respects for all those informations. You're welcome, Balta. I do, man. In the past month, I've been giving myself a massive crash course on macroeconomics and the greater landscape, how the Fed works. I haven't studied that stuff in a long time, so I've really been doing a crash course, really brushing up on that stuff. And even yesterday, dude. Every day, because it's not work to me. Like, I'm just so interested in the subject that I don't even want to watch TV. I mean, I watch a little bit of TV because I just have to shut my mind off and like actually go to sleep. So I gotta like distract myself so I can sleep. But mostly every day I'm studying. I find myself studying whatever's relevant. And right now, macroeconomics has been relevant for about a month to me. I'm not studying crypto projects, right? I'm paying attention to when I think the merge is going to happen, because that's the only event that matters to me right now in crypto. I think everything else is going down, and I'm studying macroeconomics. I'm studying. I'm really paying attention to Fed interest rates, what effect that's going to have, what commodity prices are going to have, what the open market selling is going to do. What do they call it? What do they actually call it? I don't care. The Fed's going to sell bonds and suck money out of the economy. That's coming June 1st. See some other comments. You're crazy. XRP won't go below 20 cents. What's XRP at right now? I mean, right now, MH in these. I think anything's possible in these macroeconomic times. Let's look at XRP. What did XRP go down to at its low? XRP hit 33 cents. It's not crazy to me to see 20 cents. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Below 20, that's 20 is a pretty strong spot. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I below 20, it might not go below 20. Because that's even from its bottom here, that's another 70% from here. So, yeah, it might not get below 20. But yeah, anything can happen because of the greater landscape. We don't know exactly what's going to happen here. The signals to look for to me are when the Fed changes its behavior, like when it lowers it, when it decides to stop raising interest rates, when it decides to stop selling bonds, when it decides to lower interest rates, when it decides to start buying bonds, securities. Those are the things that means the money printer is back on. Because when the money printer is on, stocks and crypto and everything goes up. It's not commodities necessarily, like oil and food. Those are based on supply right now, based on supply chain, Russia-Ukraine war, China being shut down. Massive supply chain issues are what driving those up. But it's hard not to see us being in a bear market for at least a year, roughly till 2023. So that's not quite a year, but who knows? And that gives us a lot of time. That's why I think, in terms of when I think the next bull market starts for crypto, I think probably somewhere around summer to the end of 2023. Good time to mention. Click the link in the TikTok bio. Takes you to the resources page. Follow me on YouTube. Join the Discord. I'm in there a bunch. Get yourself a Bitcoin rewards card. It's free. Follow me on YouTube. Join my text message list. These are where my most urgent alerts go out to, and still free to join that. We got a step and activation code giveaway. Get a shirt if you want that helps support the channel. Get a ledger. Actually get real security for your crypto. Bybit's where I trade. If you're in America, for the love of God, get a Voyager account. 9% interest on your USDC coin. USDC coin is not a stable coin to be afraid of, in my opinion, because it's actually backed with real dollars for every USDC coin. And you get interest on your Bitcoin and Ethereum. You just let them sit there. They're not locked up or staked. It just sits there like it does in your Coinbase wallet, except for it gets interest. Like you get 4.5% on Bitcoin, 4% on Ethereum, and you get interest on a bunch of other cryptos too. Use this code and you'll get $25 in free Bitcoin when you deposit or trade $100 in crypto. I'm not sponsored by them, but I wish I was, because I really like their product, and that's where most of my stuff is. And if you want to learn how to get Bitcoin and Ethereum for free, take my free masterclass. And tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have Ran on from Crypto Banter. Manipulation at its finest. So XRP won't see price action. Bring fear to market. XRP lawsuit isn't ending anytime soon. Yeah, that lawsuit just keeps getting drug out, man. I have no idea when that's going to happen. But no matter what's going on, when that announcement that that case some conclusion, price is going to go up. Let's see whatever people will be broker, but institutional money isn't. XRP is a banker's coin. That's true. It mostly is. It's for global settlements, and it is a banker's coin. That's a fair way to put it overall. Love it or hate it, I mean it's going to be very useful for big amounts of money. For a lot of money is going to roll through the Ripple network as XRP. This is to bring fear to markets. I'm holding XRP in Coinbase. I suppose you can't do that. You just can't buy it there yet. XRP is used globally. XRP won't be in a bear market for the whole time predicted. MH, I mean, I don't. If Apple's going down, it's hard to see any crypto going up. You know what I mean? If all the stock market's going down, it's hard to see any crypto go up, in my opinion. But I still think 33 cents long term, right, or whatever price XRP at long term is probably a really good buying point, in my opinion. So XRP is probably like my number 3 thing after Ethereum and Bitcoin is the number 3 thing, but I'm just not buying it yet. But it's probably number 1 on my list for things after Ethereum and Bitcoin because of everything you're saying. I think MH, you might be a little bit. Would you consider yourself part of the XRP army? I'm not. I don't join groups like that because I feel like it makes you too biased. If you identify as being part of the XRP army, you might have a little bit more bias than most people. But I appreciate you and I think you're smart. Okay, good. You're bringing up good points. It's just hard for me to see anything crypto go up as long as we're in a greater global bear market. But XRP to me is a winner. It is a winner. That's why it's number 3 for me. Number 3 thing I want to accumulate after Ethereum and Bitcoin. You want XRP to hit $4, you and everybody else. That'd be fun. And it will. XRP is going to go over $10. I think XRP has a good shot at going over $10 next bull market. So keep that in mind. Prices right now are fantastic. I think you just got to wait like 3 years. But who knows where it goes after the lawsuit. And if it's finally over. Because it's not like XRP is going to disappear. That's not going to be an outcome from the lawsuit, from the case. I do have a hard time seeing it go below 20. Anything's possible. But I mean, in the 20s, I mean, you probably got to be a buyer. Actually, if it gets anywhere near 20, I'm just going to have to buy. I'm just not there yet because I only have so much capital. Granted, I have incomes, etc. But right now I'm just so focused on Ethereum mostly because it's got the merge coming. And the more I look into it, and the more, I really suggest you go to the Ethereum developer page on YouTube because every other Friday they do an Ethereum core developer meeting. What is in there is gold, and I'm not kidding you, almost nobody watches it. You can join the Ethereum core dev Discord too. There's almost nobody in there. Doesn't that blow your mind? That's where the real, that's literally out of the horse's mouth, that information. And they give their updates and they talk to each other. They don't necessarily give dates. They do sometimes. But they've implemented, one of the biggest things holding them back was their facilitation of the partner, that's not the right word. What's the word? I don't know. They have these other things that they work with, and they've been working on getting their shadow forks together for them. And those seem to be going well now, so it looks really plausible to me. I'll very much be paying attention to their next meeting on May 27th to see what they say, because it looks so, I'd say August is the best case scenario, but September seems quite possible to me, and as you go further into the year, it seems, dare I say, probable. MH, I bought at 36 cents. Obviously, that's a fantastic spot. I mean, you're in profit right now. In the short term. opinion on wrapped Luna. Uh, my opinion, I'm completely staying away from anything Luna. Luna it's dead. Do Kwon said it himself. It's dead. Can you explain why Render is Solana but as an ERC20 coin? Render is not one that I've looked into enough. Which Discord? If you go to the Ethereum developer YouTube page, I believe there's a link in those descriptions for their Discord. You're welcome, Kipachi. Yeah, I mean, Luna's dead. It's dead. And in bear market, it won't be the last in this bear market. Like, how many things go away in a bear market? In a normal bear market, let alone this one coupled with this massive global bear market? It's a lot in a normal bear market, crypto bear market. How you feel about Cardano long term? I think it's got a shot, but it's low on my list of things to accumulate. Check out ZRX. What is ZRX? Sounds familiar. What is ZRX? By the way, MH, are you in the Discord? Are you in the Daily Crypto Bull Discord? ZRX is looking a lot like everything else. It looks like it's got a bear flag going on to me. Yeah, ZRX looks like it's in a bear flag to me. Although it's gone up probably more than most. It's quite a gain there. I mean, geez, 28 cents to 44 cents. I mean, geez, it's quite a gain it's had. You bought this at 30 cents, bro. I would take personally. I would take some profits. It went from 60 cents to $1 before bear. I would definitely take some profits. I mean, here's this channel. I think there's a good chance it comes back up here. Looks like the really strong resistance is here around, let's call it 50-ish cents. I would take some profits, me personally. I think there's a good chance it comes up here to about 45, 48 cents. Staying in this channel here, part of this bear flag. Boy, if you get it at 30, I would consider taking some profits. Do you hold any HBAR XLM? No, I literally sold all of my altcoins on like April 28th to get all the funds I could for all of my KYC wallets for that other side land sale. And then I didn't get one piece of other side land. I was very disappointed. So I had a bunch of but after it, my transaction failed, I immediately converted all my APE into USDC. Or actually USDT, I put it in Tether. And then I put it in USDC. But I looked at it and I go, do I want to buy back into the altcoins I all just sold? And I thought, no, I don't. I just want to get interest on my stable coins and DCA into Ethereum and Bitcoin because I think we're in a bear market. And that was April 28th. Well, April 30th, because that's the day of the land sale. And that's when I suppose it would have been May 1st when I actually made the decision to just stay in it. And that worked out pretty well so far because the whole market shit itself a little over a week later with Luna, etc. I'm holding my boy accumulation. ZRX was great before bear. That's fine. If you think ZRX, what is ZRX? I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know what that project is. Let me look real quick. ZRX crypto. What is ZRX? OX. I am not familiar with this project. But I understand the holding thing. I just think, I mean, it's your call totally. I just think it's going to go lower. I think it's going to go back down to 30 cents and probably under because of where it was. And I think the entire market's going lower. So when I say that, it's just based off my thesis. It's nothing personal about a project. It's just where I think the market is going. So, and if these markets teach us anything, it's the biggest regret we have is not taking more profit, especially in a time like this. But you do you. Chingari chart has been amazing. The drop was from retail investors. Yeah, much is. Got to take emotions out when trading. Just saying. We try to. It's true, especially when trading, like I teach in the masterclass. Like last night, I'm bullish long term on Ethereum, but I took a short at about 2100. Originally at 2070, and then I added to my position at 2130 for an average of about 2100. And that worked out pretty good because of what I was showing you on the screen. It looked to me like it was trading in this channel, and it hit almost exactly, let me show you, it hit almost exactly the top of this channel on this bear flag. Let me go to ETH. And actually I got in too early because I wasn't sure where the top of it was going to be. So, if we zoom in here a bit, it hit almost exactly the top of this channel. I got to make this channel bigger. I'm going to delete that. Because originally I thought we were in a pennant, but then it went higher and I'm like, oh, we're in a flag. Either way, it's still going down. Let me click this quick. What's this? I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to draw new lines on Ethereum to show us where the flag is. So something like this, roughly. So, it bounced almost perfectly down here, plus it hits this Fibonacci lines down here. So I took out, I have barely any position left. I got in at about 2100 up here, and I took a short. I got a bunch of free Ethereum on the way down. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in the bio and take my masterclass. It's free. That's the, yeah. Everyone says bear market, we could very well bottom, putting fear in everyone. Frankie, it's just that in a normal crypto bear market, I would say that's more possible than it is in this greater global macroeconomic landscape that we're in. That's what really makes me think that this bear market will probably be worse than most people would have thought at the, say, ever. Ever. Wow, could I be more hyperbolic? Is anyone left on the stream in America and does not have a Voyager account? Put a 1 if you live in America and you don't have a Voyager account. That's my thought anyway, Frankie. That's my thought. These are my thoughts, and I just say them so maybe you can factor them into your decision making, not to just take what I say. So if you're, again, I'm not sponsored by this, but if you're in America and you don't have a Voyager account, I highly suggest you look into getting one. It's free. It's just like Coinbase, like Crypto.com. It's a publicly traded company, and it's only currently available for people in America. But you get interest on your crypto without having to lock it up or stake it. I'm not sponsored by them. This is just literally what I use. I get 9% on my USDC coin, which is the best stable coin there is, in my opinion, but it's actually backed 1-to-1 with real dollars. I get 4.5% on my Bitcoin, 4% on my Ethereum, and interest on other cryptos too. And they get dropped. I get free Bitcoin, free Ethereum, free USDC coin, etc. dropped in my account on the first of every month. If you click this link, it'll just take you to the App Store so you can download it. Be sure to use this code so you'll get $25 in free Bitcoin when you deposit or trade $100. I have almost all my stable coins sitting on Voyager right now, earning 9% interest. I have all my cash sitting, most of my cash sitting in Voyager, straight up, just getting me 9%. And then almost all of my Ethereum and Bitcoin is in Voyager, earning me 4 to 4.5%. And they pay me on the first of every month. So I can't say enough good things. Publicly traded company. It's not some shammy-ass DeFi protocol. It's a publicly traded company like Coinbase, like Crypto.com. If you feel safe on Coinbase, you should feel just as safe on Voyager. You used to have it, but I couldn't transfer to another wallet. Some coins you can transfer out, some you can't. But why, like, I'm not transferring anything out of there, really. Like, another point to be made is when you buy crypto on Voyager, you don't pay any fees. When you sell crypto on Voyager, you don't pay any fees. So when I go to buy $1,000 of Bitcoin on Voyager, I get more Bitcoin for my $1,000 than I do on Coinbase or Crypto.com, etc., because they all charge fees. When I sell my Bitcoin and other cryptos, I get more money for my crypto because I'm not paying fees, unlike Coinbase, etc. Is Voyager perfect? No. Are any exchanges perfect? No. But that is by far the one I use the most because right now I'm not moving stuff around. I have it just sitting there, earning me 9%. 9% on my cash. Guess how much money I have in my bank? As little as possible. I just move my money to Voyager, turn it into USDC coin. Again, no fees. I transfer $10,000 over. I get $10,000 USDC coin, and I just let it sit there and earn 9% interest. If I sell my USDC coin, no fees. I get $10,000, and I can transfer it to my bank. I don't lose a penny. But instead of my cash sitting in my bank account, I have it sitting in USDC coin on Voyager, getting me 9% interest. 9. And where does that come from? It comes from their other income sources that they make on Voyager. That's where that money actually comes from them using the USDC. So that's where it comes from. It's important to know where your interest is coming from. Laugh out loud, don't feel safe on Coinbase anymore. I don't know why. Why would you say that? Like, I feel safe on Coinbase. It's just if you get something stolen, it's typically your fault because your SIM card gets stolen or your password gets hacked or something like that. Typically, password doesn't get hacked. The way it happens is your SIM card on your phone gets stolen. So you got to be careful with your phone. And one thing that I really suggest, that I don't have one yet myself, but I'm going to get one immediately, is this YubiKey. Because you can connect this. Here's a little, there's the lightning connector on it. Here's the USB-C one. You can just you can connect this to your Coinbase and Voyager, etc., and so that no transactions can happen within your Coinbase or Voyager, etc., unless you have this physical thing plugged into your phone and you okay the transactions, just like a ledger in your MetaMask wallet. If you match ETH with ZR, the charts add up. Yeah, a lot of the charts look pretty similar. They do. That shows you the manipulation in the market. A lot of charts are close to identical. Crypto, I wouldn't say it has anything to do with manipulation. It's just that most things tend to move together in crypto. It's not about manipulation. In the global macroeconomic landscape, it is bearish as hell for very good reason. So crypto's going down. And things typically, as Bitcoin goes down, most things go down almost identically to it. I look at charts every day. There's not manipulation, it's just what happens. Nothing's going to stay up if Bitcoin's not staying up. It's going to go down typically as much, if not more, than Bitcoin. So the way the charts look doesn't matter to me. Like when I look at Bitcoin, I already know that's going to be what basically every other chart looks like. Most other charts. Is KuCoin paying 1 to 60% lending? Is it safe? I've never used it, so I don't know. I mean, I have KuCoin, but I've never used that part of it. And again, I mostly use Voyager. I don't really like KuCoin much, but that doesn't mean my opinions have to matter there. Bro, the coin was near all-time high last month. ZRX. I wonder why. The things, when they don't travel with Bitcoin, it's typically due to something specifically bullish or extra bearish within the actual protocol. Obviously, Luna, super bearish, went way beyond everything else. Steppen was something that outperformed the market. Well, on the converse side, Luna outperformed Bitcoin and everything. While Bitcoin was going down, Luna was going up because of the UST, because of Anchor Protocol, because of the 19.5% interest. So ZRX, I'm guessing, must have had something to give it a boost going on within the ecosystem, or some narrative that really caught fire, something. But in a bear market like this, the narrative thing isn't as near as, it's hard to imagine a narrative being really strong in a bear market. But my guess is, MH, tell me, what did ZRX have going on within the past? Like what did ZRX have going on in its narrative or its ecosystem that really pushed the price up against Bitcoin? I'm interested to hear what that would be. Media is always selling a narrative, for sure. Media is always selling a narrative. Short term. Long term, it's hard to sell a narrative. So if we think longer term is typically better, in my opinion. Thoughts on BTT? Is that BitTorrent? Right now, I'm literally not paying attention to any altcoins really, because I just think everything's going lower, and so I'm just buying Ethereum and Bitcoin at levels, and then I'm always trading Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I got into a short last night with Ethereum, and that worked out pretty well. Average, my entry position was 2,100, and it went down to under 2,000 today. So I made 25% on my money, on my Ethereum, and those profits are actually paid to me in Ethereum because I used some leverage in there. If you want to learn how to do that, click the link in my bio and take the free masterclass. I'm really hungry. I'm probably going to end the stream in a minute. But MH, I'm still waiting. What was the narrative? What was the thing going on in the ZRX ecosystem that really got people hyped up, and or maybe they were able to use it, right? Because Luna, there's a lot of hype with it, but people were actually able to really use UST and get those 19.5% stablecoin returns. So that pumped it up big time. Not just the hype, but the actual usability. I'm assuming ZRX probably had hype, but also had something usable going on. What's up, Newsfeed? I don't eat meat. I stopped eating meat about 5 years ago. That's the thing, no hype, high action. I have a hard time believing that. There's got to be something. There's got to be something that moved it up. Because while everything else in the world is going down, there's got to be a reason for ZRX going up. There's got to be. Low cost for Ethereum. Again, I don't know anything about the project though. So even when you say that, low cost for Ethereum, I don't even understand what that means because I know nothing about that project. I'm O blood, high fat, medium to high protein. I'm also type O blood. Most people are. It's the most common one. That's not why I don't eat meat. It's not for health, although I do find it healthier to not eat meat. And there's shitloads of protein in vegetables, shitloads. You know, you may not know this about me, but I used to practice as a physician. Thank you, Newsfeed. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, but I haven't practiced in 8 years maybe, because I just didn't like it. I didn't like the model. I didn't like the system. I didn't like the disempowerment it did to me and my patients. I said, I don't want to be part of this, which was a hard decision. It's a long time to get there. A lot of work, a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifice. But do something you don't like till you die because you spent some time getting there. I'm much happier now. Probably gonna pop off in a second. My stomach is grumbling. I've drank too much coffee today. I'm drinking decaf coffee too. In the morning I drink one of these of caffeinated coffee. I usually don't finish it. Black. On a walk. I take a walk in the morning. And then I drink one or two more decaf coffees because I can't handle that kind of caffeine. It makes me too shaky. Plus I wouldn't say I do intermittent fasting, but I do. I don't think of it like that. I just don't like to eat breakfast because if I eat, it just makes me groggy and sleepy. So I wait as long as possible to eat for the first time in a day. Because once I eat, I start getting like my day's done. ZRX is powering Coinbase NFT marketplace. That's a very good narrative, and it's quite useful. So That makes a lot of sense. Per transaction, it's protocol to make ETH fees cheaper. There's a scaling for Ethereum is obviously maybe the biggest thing in the crypto space that needs to be solved. So we got L2s and all kinds of different stuff. But if ZRX is powering Coinbase NFT marketplace, that MH, bro, that's so obvious. I cannot believe you didn't tell me that up front. That is so obvious. The timing and everything. That's a big deal. Also, quite bullish long term for ZRX. Coinbase chose them. I don't even know what they are. So that's really interesting for them long term. But MH, come on. Come on. You knew. You knew. Yeah, I mean, they get to use Coinbase as now a partner. And I mean, that's really good for them long term, probably. And they've now come way up my list for things to look at, for sure. Iron B, I just logged in. What did I miss? Hey, Nick Crypto, and MH, I'd like you guys to be a little bit more friends instead of argumentative. Because everyone has good. It's more productive that way for you, for everybody. See you, MH. Have a good one, man. I'm gonna pop off in a second because I'm gonna eat. It's time for me to eat. I got some other shite. Tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, I'm gonna have Rand from Crypto Panther on. We're gonna do a co-host for about half an hour from 8:30 to 9 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, and then I'm probably gonna take off for the day and go morel mushroom hunting because I love to do that, and it's that time of year where we can start doing that. Because this is when they actually grow. Magic? No. No, they're not magic. Although I've never done that, but I'm very open to doing it. I just don't want to buy them from some random dude. I'd like them to become legalized, and so I can buy them from a reputable source. But I would very much like to do those. Because it's a natural thing. So I would like to see what that's like. I'd also like one day to do DMT. One day. Again, a natural thing our body actually makes. I'm not into synthetic things. You know what I mean? I'm not really a drugged person. I don't even drink alcohol. I used to, way too much, but I don't drink anymore. Well, going to be a year, in a few months, it'll be a year of not drinking, and I'm proud of that. You've done 5-MeO also. I don't know what 5-MeO is. Spiritual, yeah. I'm looking to expand my mind and learn something from doing this stuff. Learn more about myself, learn more about the universe, get some different perspectives. That's what I would be interested in. God's lettuce. You mean the devil's lettuce? Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I mean, I live in Washington. I use that plenty. Not plenty, but probably several times a week. It's a natural substance from that's where you put the frog. Oh, I feel like I've heard about things from frogs. Very interesting, actually. Yeah, that's interesting. So I'm much more open to that stuff than I am anything synthetic. Acid aside, that's kind of the only thing that I might consider. Because of the mind-opening experience. Yeah, call it devil's lettuce. I remember there's this guy, I got it from this old guy who was like, he's against it. And I remember he called it that once, and I just laughed so hard, and I'm like, oh my God. That's my favorite. But the reality is I would call it more God's lettuce than devil's lettuce in my perception of it. I'm gonna hop off in probably about a minute. Let me run. Be sure to click the link in the bio, right? And go over to the resources page. Check out some stuff. Take my masterclass. It's free. Follow me on YouTube or maybe the other socials. I'm Daily Crypto Bull on all the socials. If you're in America, for the love of God, get a Voyager account. Start getting interest on your crypto and your cash. Join the Discord. Get yourself a Fold card. Start getting Bitcoin rewards back on your everyday purchases. It's free to get this card. You don't need to apply or anything. Definitely join the Discord, YouTube. Join my text list if you want while it's still free. I don't send out messages very often, but when I do, they're the very urgent kind. And I'm giving away a stepping code periodically. Join that. I'll probably give one away this week. Get a shirt if you want. I think the shirt's pretty cool. Got 10 different styles. They come in different colors. And they come in ladies' cuts. Also, all these things just really help support the channel. And really, protect yourself with a Ledger Nano X. For the love of God. If you use MetaMask and you don't have a ledger, this completely protects you. But if you don't have this, you are very, very open to vulnerabilities, straight up. You like ISO protocol. It's something I need to do more research on. It's obviously a big deal, but that's something I'm going to be diving into very, very soon. Signed up off your link for that card. Appreciate you. I don't get anything for it, but I have that link on there because that's my resources page. Because these are the things that I actually endorse. Some of them I have a few of my own products or classes on there, but then my socials and stuff. But like a Ledger, the Fold card, Voyager, stuff like that. Like those are things that I use, and I literally put my mother in. You know what I mean? Everyone I can talk into getting the Fold card, I say get it because I have it, right? I have the damn thing, and I know how valuable it is. It's free to get. There's no application needed. Your credit score doesn't matter, and it's just silly to not be earning Bitcoin rewards back but when you buy groceries, when you buy gas, when you pay your phone bill, when you pay rent, whatever. And this is the best one. So, and also with that link, you got 5,000 free Satoshis for using it. So I'm glad you signed up. Enjoy it. Be sure to use it. So easy. You just transfer money from your bank to it. You're going to enjoy it, man. What you're going to do, you're going to come back on here after you start using it. You're going to go, God, I wish I'd been using this so long ago. Because you're going to think about all the Bitcoin you already have stacked up. God, I could be paying my rent, I could be paying my car, I could be paying my phone. Oh my God, I'd have so much Bitcoin by now just by paying for things I'm already paying for. And I would really I don't have any sponsors. I have people offer me sponsorships all the time. No one has offered me sponsorships that I would actually want to do, even though some of them are good. Fold is one that I would accept their sponsorship because I'd just be doing what I'm already doing. It's just that they'd be paying me too. That'd be nice. Voyager, I would accept theirs. Ledger. Hard to say after that. I like Crypto.com. I like FTX. Coinbase Pro I like. You only have the Coinbase card. I have the Coinbase card too, but their best they pay, I think they might pay 4% in XLM, but then you got to transfer it over and blah, blah, blah. And with the Fold card, there's just so much more to it because that's the company. The company is that card. That's the only thing they have and they focus on. Coinbase is so much more than that they don't put enough focus on that damn card. It's just something they added into their business. This Fold, this is what they do. That's why they're the best at it. Like in the app, because it's an app that you get, is what you probably downloaded. They have a spot on there that you can buy gift cards, like Amazon, Chipotle, Home Goods, tons of stuff. So I buy a lot of Amazon gift cards because I typically get back about 7% on my Amazon gift card. So I buy a $100 Amazon gift card and I get about $7 back in Bitcoin rewards. If that alone doesn't make you just jump to go get a Fold card, you better check your pulse. ISO 20022 also research Swift. Yeah, those they go together so much. Obviously, you couldn't. From the amount I've looked at it, it obviously has a lot to do with Swift. But I think I'm going to pop off. Been on here for almost 2 hours. Typically, I do these live streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Most days, I'm a one-man show, so I don't do it every day, but most times I do. Most days, Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we'll be on at 8:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, because we're going to have Ran from Crypto Banter on with us. He's in South Africa, so we're in very different time zones. So that's the only time that we could really figure out to make it work. And then Wednesday, I probably won't do a live show. I'm going to be doing some traveling in the next couple weeks because I got like a wedding to go to and graduations and stuff like that. So I'll do my best to be on here. But also right now in the bear market, patience is very valuable, right? You're not in any hurry to do anything in this bear market. You're just not. It's a good time to actually slow down and research and study and really strengthen your asset of understanding, right? And find the things you really like. But there's no hurry. There's no hurry. And in reality, do the research, because patience can feel maddening. But if you instead use that time to study and research, the time goes much faster, and your time is spent much better, and you really accumulate understanding and knowledge. And when the time comes, you can make much more informed buying decisions, investing decisions. You're welcome, crypto. Be sure to join the Discord, right? Link in description, resources page. The link to the Discord is on that page. Join the Discord. Other than that, I'm out. Thank you all for being on here again. We got almost 23,000 likes on this stream today on TikTok alone. So I appreciate all of you being here on TikTok and YouTube. Daily Crypto Bull across all the socials. 8:30 in the morning tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. Don't miss it. Ran is going to be on here from Crypto Banter. That's one of the biggest crypto YouTube channels there is. Smart guy, been around quite a while. He has quite a bit of experience in all kinds of things. That guy sold like $100 million. He sold a business a while ago for like $100 million. Smart guy. And we're going to have a nice discussion. So see y'all tomorrow. Have a good day. Appreciate you as always. Take care.